So today I've got Daniel Krenželok with me. So Daniel, thank you for the time.
Yeah, welcome.
And so we're going to take you just back to where you grew up. So you grew up in Orlova, is that
Yes,
correct?
in Orlova. I was born in Bohumín, but I grew up in Orlova and playing hockey there, to start my career.
Yeah. So Orlova as a town is about, I think it's about half the size of Kirkcaldy.
Yeah, it got like 35,000 people,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
around that.
But it's got probably a claim to fame that's not a good claim to fame.
Yeah,
Do you know that?
a lot of people saying that Orlova is the worst city to live in, so that's not a good side for it. But I don't think that is the worst city to live there.
Yeah, it's an industrial. It was an ex-mining town.
Yeah,
is that-
mining, there is not a lot of like stores and stuff like this. So
Yeah, yeah. So your kind of hockey roots. Do you come from a hockey family? Did others in your family play hockey before you?
yes, I did. My grandfather played hockey, my dad too, and my brother. So probably then my father and grandfather they brought me to the hockey. Like when I was 3 or 4 years old, my family. So
Yeah,
I grew up to watch them,
yeah. And,
and my brother too.
all right. So yeah, plenty of
Yeah.
plenty of hockey roots there. So you in when you were really young, just starting the game, what was your kind of aspirations in the game, or what did you think about the game? Did you want to be a professional hockey player, or or were you just having fun?
I was just having fun, and I was playing football too, with the hockey. So I was deciding like until 12 years old what I'm gonna do if I were gonna play hockey or football, and then I decided for hockey. So
Yeah.
I think that is a good choice.
Yeah,
Maybe I would be better at the football. I don't know.
You'd maybe get paid more at the football.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure.
I would.
And so, did you always start on defence? Have you always been a D-man?
Honestly, I don't remember, but I think that because in Orlova we didn't have a lot of players.
Yeah.
So same like here, kind of, But yeah, usually I play a lot of defense. I think that most of the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so you're kind of, let's say as a 13, 14-year-old, your kind of first organised hockey was with Vitkovice?
Yeah, I moved there to Vitkovice, but I could move there like when I was 10 or 8 years old. But I didn't want to because in Orlova I got a lot of time on the ice. I was playing a lot. I was playing for 3 grades, or like I was playing with the older guys. So I want to stay there and play a lot of hockey.
Yeah, yeah. So you started in the kind of Czechia under-16 league. So it's a national league, is that right?
Yes.
So when we say nationally, does it get played in regions, or is it truly national? So
It's truly national. We are traveling to the Prague, Karlovy Vary, everywhere, all over the city, all over the state.
Yeah, yeah. And so you're obviously still at school. So how does school and playing at that level of hockey
It's really hard. It's really tough because in Czech that's the thing what they are trying to improve now, because the hockey is not combined together with the school. So you're missing a lot of math and languages and all the other stuff. So you're missing the hours in the school, and then it's hard to get the good grades and to improve yourself in the school. So that's not good.
So how would you kind of describe Daniel Krenželok as the school student? Did you enjoy school?
I did. Honestly, for me it was easy because when I was like paying attention, I got good memory. So like I was remembering a lot from the school. So I just when I got home after a practice, I just look at what we had to do, homework or something, and I just did it in 10 minutes. And even how do you call you got A or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because in Czech we got one is the best, and
grades.
5, grades.
Yeah.
1 is the best and 5 is the worst, and usually I get 2 or 3. So
okay, so
it was I was kind of good. Yeah, I can say that in the school.
But at that stage was hockey now starting to become something you thought, okay, I'm going to do this after school, or was it still again just more about fun and?
No, I was probably 13, 14, 15. I think that the hockey was the main thing for me, that hockey was the first and the school was second. But I still want to do good in the school.
Yeah.
And I graduate when I was 18 or 19, so I did everything what I had to do,
Yep.
you know, but I didn't do like high school after.
Yep. Okay. Yep. And so you're still, you know, we're around about 16-year-old now, and you're still with Vitkovice, but you're now up into the kind of under 18 league. And I think that the kind of summer of 2014, the Czech team won the silver at the Ivan Hlinka tournament. Now, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's a big deal. Yeah, it was really good. We played against, I think, Russia in the quarterfinal. We beat them, and then we lost against Canada in semi-final, I think.
Yeah.
Or not?
I didn't look.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, I think that. But there was like good players, you know, like they are playing already NHL, Barzal,
Yeah.
Chabot, Marner, and all the guys from Canada like this. So we didn't have kind of chance for that.
So I mean, so to be selected to even play at that level, you're obviously doing well in the you know, and showing up well in the Czech league or the Czech junior league at that stage.
Yeah, since that's like what I was telling you, you know, because when I was like 15, I got already like selecting to the Czech national team, like under 18, 16, 17, 18, and 20. So I was like starting out thinking that probably like the hockey would be like, you know, not my job, but like hobby, and even like I could make money with that. So that's what I'm starting to thinking that it was good for me.
Yeah, and I guess that same summer, so you're 17-year-old and you made the move to Canada.
Yeah.
So you were selected by
Valdor.
Foreurs.
Yeah.
And so how did that come about? And you know, they drafted you.
Yeah,
so
I got information from my agent that there is chance to go to Q, to the Valor, that they are interesting in me. So I was like, yeah, why not? Like, you know, I wanted to go there. But at first he told me that I supposed to go to Rimouski. I remember like the day we were at the vacation with my family, and there was the draft day, the selection, and Rimouski got just one choice in the draft because they got already one importer. There can be just two, and they didn't draft me. They draft like some Russian player. So I was like, okay, I'm not going anywhere. You know, I'm just staying home and that's it. And then so I like closed my laptop. I just went to the sea, you know, swim, and I come back after. And I got like so many messages and everything, and I was just looking at my phone, and there was that I was drafted to the Valdor. So but I never heard about this team before, never.
Yeah.
So I just looked at it, and I heard that there was playing like Chris Letang, you know, Robert Tulongo, Brent Marchand, so some good players, and that it's a good team. So I was happy that I could go there.
I suppose does a move to Canada and Major Junior make the possibility of, say, the NHL a little bit closer for a kid from Czech?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, because it's the best junior hockey league in the world, you know, like Q, Ontario Hockey League, and Western Hockey League. So it was for sure the way why I moved there. Yeah,
and as you said, the major junior teams in Canada are allowed 2 imports, and so when you joined the team, you're a fellow countryman, didn't you? Was it Jan Mandat?
Yeah, Jan Mandat. Yeah, when I joined the team, he wasn't there, but he got, after 2 months or 1 month, he got traded there. So it was good because he was there in Victoria 1 year ago, and he already was speaking English and French, and that was the only tough thing, that Valdor was like just French city, you know. So so it was really tough.
I was going to ask that, because you say in your terms of your language, obviously you speak Slovak, English, and Polish, but not French.
Not French, yeah. And first, like when I moved there, you know, in the school I got always good grade, like the 2 or something from English, so it was good. I thought that I'm speaking good English, but when I got there, oh my god, like first week I was just talking over the translator. It was really tough. And in the locker room, it was more French. Like the guys were talking just French, so it was really hard. Yeah. But my family, like the billets, they really helped me. You know, like it was good.
Yeah. So what other than the language, what were the other kind of major differences off the ice? You know, culturally for you, moving from Vitkovice to, you know, it's a relatively small town, isn't it?
Yeah, it was like 20,000, you know, it was far everywhere. Like it was just 4 hours from Montreal, and the closest another city was like 1 hour 30. So it was like far, you know, middle in the Canada. Yeah. and it was really cold there. That was like the off ice. It was really cold there,
Yeah.
but I really like that.
Yeah.
The city, you know, the people there, they were treating me well. So
It would make your because you do like to do a bit of wild swimming. You've said there, don't you?
yeah, I do. Yeah, but I didn't go there.
Not so easy in the winter in
No,
Canada.
no. And like first thing what I saw there when it was winter, I was just lying in my bed in the afternoon, and they just woke me up from my nap. And they were like, "Hey, let's go fishing." I was like, "What the?" Like the lake gets freezing, you know, like you cannot go fish in the like when it's winter like that. She said, "Yeah, we do that always." I was like, "Okay." So we just went on the sea or the lake, and it was so nice, you know, like fishing, barbecue, skating there. It was really nice.
Yeah. Good
But
enough.
the winter there is different than in Czech, because there is not humidity, you know. So it's just like there it was like minus 35, but it was okay.
Very dry
Yeah,
and cold.
it's, yeah.
Yeah. And so, on the ice, however, what was the difference stepping out of the the Czech Junior League into the
The guys
Canadian
were
Major
like
Junior
so
League?
much more skilled, you know, faster, tougher, like more hits, smaller ice. So that was the biggest, I think, difference
Yeah.
between the league.
So you were there for a couple of years over there, but in that second year you got traded to Victoriaville.
Yes.
Was that just a transaction made by the team? You know, because they always
Oh, yeah.
shuffle guys around.
Yeah, it was just I moved like one Czech guy for another Czech guy, so it was just their decision. So
Yeah.
it was okay.
Yeah. You spoke earlier about internationally through the different junior levels, under 16 up to under 20. So can you remember some of the players that you played with and against in those?
Oh yeah, I was playing with Dan Vladar, the goalie for Calgary now. You know, like with the good player. Then Filip Hronek, so Filip Chlapík, Michal Spacek. You know, all the guys got drafted.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Even I was playing when I was younger, like 12, 13 years old. I was playing some tournaments with Pasternak, you know, like 1 or 2. So, but he was 1 year older than me, so usually we didn't meet so much.
You mentioned
But
him
you
mentioned him as the best, or one of the best players you played with, Pasternak and Thomas Plekanec.
Oh yeah,
So,
with Plekanec I was playing in Brno, so it was really big. You know, they got like Plekanec got over 1,000 NHL games, so it's always good to see him what he's doing off and on the ice.
Yeah. And I'm a big Red Wings fan, so you mentioned Filip Hronek. So was he good to play with?
Yeah, he was good, but you know he got like it was too when he was like 15 or 16. He told me because he was forward, and he didn't play in his hometown so much like forward. So one or two guys got injured on the defense, so he just moved to the defense, and then he started play there, and he got drafted. Yeah, and he was like really good there.
Yeah. So some of the best players you've played against, you mentioned people like Rasmus Dahlin and Austin Matthews, but
Rasmus Dahlin, Patrick Laine, you know, a lot of like Finnish, Sweden guys. Yeah, Matthews. Yeah, it was Barzal. You know, it was Thomas Chabot. Like a lot of good players who was not NHL stars.
Yeah, so. Indeed. But obviously being Czech, you must have a Jaromír Jágr story.
Oh yeah, I do. Once we played against Kladno, against his team, we were leading like 2-1 or something, and it was 3 minutes to the end or something like that. And I saw him; he got the puck on the board, and I was like, "Okay, it's Jágr, you know, I have to jump him, you know, because he's gonna score something." And I just like skated him, and I just hit him, and he like fall down. I was like, "Oh, he's not so strong like he used to be." But I got 2 minutes before boarding, you know. So, and they scored, so probably he was happy that I got the penalty. So yeah, so that's the only story what I got with him, against him.
You knocked him over, and you got a penalty.
Yeah, I thought that he's stronger, but he wasn't.
Yeah, Czech have had a lot of fantastic players over the years. I mean, is he seen nationally as the best Czech player, or do you think there's?
Yeah, I think so. That he's like overall the best player, you know. Then there is like Patrick Eliáš, Milan Hajduk. Now it's starting to be Pasternak, you know, the best player.
Yeah.
But I think that total like Jágr, it's amazing what he's still doing. Even now, he's 52 or 53 years old, and he's still playing the top Czech league, and he's scoring goals.
He could play here.
Yeah, like so I like 52. Oh my God! Like sometimes when I'm coming from the trip from Manchester or somewhere else, like I'm waking up at 10 and I cannot put my socks on sometimes, and I'm 27, it's so tough, and he's 52 and he's still moving good,
Yeah.
He's not fast as he was before, but
Yeah,
he's still doing good.
Yeah.
And it's still like the people coming just to see him, because it can be the last time.
Yeah.
So he's like sorting out the rings in Czechia.
Yep. So you kind of your international career, if you like, culminates in the playing for the under 20s at the World Championships. Huge thing, and you sort of said earlier in a questionnaire that we gave you, your most memorable game was playing in the quarter-final against Canada at the Bell Centre in Montreal.
Yeah, it was.
It's a big tournament, that.
Yeah, it's for the Canada, I think that it's more important than the World Championship after the season. Yep. So it's like they're really looking for it. So it was really good to get there, in the lineup to make a team, and it was really good. Even like the first game against Finland when we were playing,
you scored. That's right.
I scored the first goal of the tournament, so it was pretty good. My family was there, so it was a really good feeling. But yeah, the quarterfinal against Canada, when you see the names what we were playing against, like it's hard to beat them, but we could, but we just didn't. You can beat them like once per 10 times, in 10 games, but it was tough. We were leading, I think, like 3-1 or 3-2, but they just still, when in the second period when they start like moving in the ozone, they didn't have so much chance.
So your kind of time in Canada was over, and you came back to Vitkovice, and you played 4 seasons there, but then you essentially turned professional with Vitkovice in the Extraliga. So how would you describe the Czech Senior League?
It's totally different than from when you move from the juniors, because Czechia, you get there a lot of system there. It's like there is skilled guys. They are like so much stronger than the juniors, and even like here, but there is a lot of system. You have a lot of times in the locker room in video, every day you watching video, what the team's doing, what we have to do, in the D zone, O zone. So it's really different. It's not like here that, just like skating, like, go north, south all the time. So yeah, this is the biggest difference, I think.
The Czech League, or the Czech League, maybe unfairly gets recognised perhaps as being a little bit sort of negative or defensive first. Is that the case? I mean, you're talking about systems there, but is it about, it's puck possession and it's,
and like if you make the mistake when you are a young guy, like you save that for another game, so it's tough, sometimes. That's why like I moved to Canada when I was younger, because I could get like in the Vitkovice earlier, but like I knew that if I'm not doing good, still they're gonna put someone else, to play instead of me.
Yeah.
Because usually, they pay them big money, and you don't put on the bench like the guy who's making like 20,000 or who's making like 5,000. It's big difference. So the owner like always like saying that they have to play, that they're getting bigger money, and like you can get relegated into the second league, so they don't want to do it. The fans are different there. When you lose their 3 games, like they are booing at you, so it's kind of hard. And when you are a young guy, you don't have so much chance to play there. You need to be like really special, like really like Nechas, when he get there. But that's it. That's like the only guy who got like Nechas and Tomas Herta from Extra League to the NHL, and that's it. Like no one else almost. So it's really tough. It's not like in Sweden, that the young guys getting so much opportunity to play there, and you can try whatever you want. But in Czech League, it's not like that.
Yeah, you're gonna follow the follow the team orders and I noticed that you, and I'll probably get the pronunciation of this incorrect, but one of the teams that you played was in Brno. Yep. Now I mention this only because a number of years, Kirkcaldy Ice Hockey Club had a relationship with the junior team there, and the teams kind of played each other. Our junior teams went there, their junior teams came here, type of thing. So it was just something that was interesting. COVID happened. So COVID in the Czech League, and generally over there. How was that? It was just as bizarre for you as it was for everybody, I guess.
It was right when I got traded to the Kometa Brno. I got traded in January, and COVID came, I think, March or April. So, they canceled my contract and everything, so I was looking where I would play. So then I got offer after the next year for Dukla Ihlava.
Mhm.
So I got there, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it wasn't, but we were playing all year without the fans, just behind the closed door.
Yeah.
But it was good, at least you were playing
Yeah.
hockey, yeah. But it was just bad without the fans.
Yeah, and I guess you would have the same kind of protocols as all the
Yeah,
other teams.
testing every,
bubbles and,
testing every time. Yeah, if you got COVID, didn't go anywhere. Don't meet the guys. So it was really tough here.
hard, yeah.
But at least we could play.
Yeah. And you also played Champions Hockey League as well.
Yeah, I did with Vitkovice.
Yeah.
In Krenželok, I think, in Germany.
Yeah.
Poprad, I think. Yeah.
Another opportunity again just to see other cultures and other kind of styles of hockey.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I travel a lot with the hockey. The nationals like Finland, Sweden, Switzerland, Germany. Yeah, everywhere there.
Yeah. I noticed in season 2021 you were playing Czechia League 2, but you also scored the most goals for a defenseman in that league. So offensively, that's obviously part of your game.
Yes, yes. I think that the best thing that I got, it's my shot. I got pretty heavy shots, so that's what I'm trying to using most of the time.
Yeah.
And I like to support the rush all the time. So.
Yeah. And you even obviously last weekend got a few shifts on the wing and up front and that.
Yeah, I can
scored.
do it. Yeah. Yeah, I never played before, like forward, but I when I used like to support the rush, And I think sometimes it's like not because when D making a mistake, everyone can see it.
Yeah.
And when forwards make a mistake, there is D, and when D is making mistake, there is goalie. But when goalie is making mistake, it's the worst thing. No one can save him, So that's bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So last season you were in Poland. So what was your thinking of moving to the Polish league? Was it just an opportunity that came along?
It was just opportunity, and I knew that Krakow is one of the best teams in Poland, And
they had a Czech coach, is that right?
Yeah, they had Czech coach for 19 years, but last year he just quit after the season.
Yeah.
So
even quite a few Czechs on their team as well. I think.
We got 12, so it was Czech room, So it was kind of Czech team. So it was good. We got just 12 Czech players, two or three Swedish players, and 2 Finland guys.
Yeah.
Finnish guys. So that was Czech room almost. So it was good. It was like home.
Yeah. And what was the kind of comparison again between the standard and the Polish league and say the extra league that you'd come from?
The extra league is so much better. Yeah, it's different. Even I think that this league is better than Poland league.
Yeah.
Because you have there more Poland guy, and you got some imports, but not Canadian. You got the Swedish and Finland guys, but not the top guys. From the second league from Sweden. So they are not so good. Yeah. They are good, but the skills the guys here from Canada, and this league is better. Yeah. I can say that than Poland.
So we're just going to wrap up, and I've got a question that's a football related one. So you've got 2 teams, Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund, and they're both still in the Champions League hunt. Yeah. So you're gonna stick your neck on the line here and say which one you think might win, if either. Or
I think that Real Madrid is gonna win. But you know what? Last year or 2 years ago, I don't remember now, but I was at the Borussia Dortmund game.
Okay.
And it was best game I've ever seen. 82,000 people, Yeah. The game finished 7-0 against Wolfsburg. It was so good, Yeah. So I'm cheering for them, I got the, how do you call this?
The jersey or the
No jersey. No jersey. Yeah, I got the scarf I bought there. Yeah, so I like Borussia Dortmund, but more I like the Real Madrid.
Well,
I think that Real Madrid is gonna win. But I wish, Real Madrid is winning almost every year the Champions League. So maybe it would be good if Borussia Dortmund win.
Yeah, spread it around a bit.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time, Daniel, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.